Hey everyone, welcome back to Laughing Vikings Top 10 Essential Audition Props. Just a reminder from part 1, we had number 1, guns. Pew pew. Number 2, we had money. Get that cash-ola. Number 3, we had a clipboard. Always comes in handy. And if you don't know your lines, you can have your script there. Number 4, glasses of the sipping variety. And number 4.5, glasses of the eye variety. So stay tuned, stick around for part 2. That's 2. That's 2.
Number 5, one of my favorites that gets used a lot.
Headphones, nice.
Headphones. So I've got cans like this. It could be like AirPods or whatever. These ones like this, I would think of pilot in a pilot scene, DJ or just DJ influencer. Like we've had a lot of those. Like this, all of a sudden, this kind of sells it where it's not much, but like now I'm a fucking DJ, right? Look at this. I am spinning like crazy right now.
Yeah.
Or
Captain DJ over here.
I'm a fighter. Yeah. What's up, Captain DJ? No wonder his plane crashed or his boat crashed. He was the captain / DJ. Hey, shouldn't you be steering
the ship?
Shouldn't you be steering this thing? No, man, I'm the DJ from 10 till 12. You got anything you want to request? What's that? You want some Tiesto?
Well, I'd like us to avoid the iceberg, sir. Captain?
I think that's how I think that's if you read in the Titanic book or watch the movie really closely, that's what happened. The captain was also the DJ at the fancy party. But he was spinning old records, or he was cranking one of those music machines.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that was number 5 was headphones. Number 6, this comes up a lot right here. Just classic, nothing fancy.
Dish rag, nice.
Just a classic dish rag. And where this comes from, so many scenes we see are waiters, waitresses, cafe people, and a lot of these, again, this one wouldn't be the one to use, obviously. A lot of times you're not on a green screen backdrop. I happen to be on a green screen backdrop. But yeah, just something there. And a lot of these props as well can be just moment before or moment after. Again, very rarely is a script or an audition scene going to be like, oh, I definitely need this. But this, if it's a waiter scene, or you're working at even if it's like a dirtier rag or something, maybe you're a mechanic or you're working in a shop. So it can just be here at the beginning of the scene. You wipe a couple things down, or the classic waiter waitress move is just like, oh yeah, what's up? What can I get you? You know, like just to start off the scene, but then put it away. Like the whole thing doesn't need. You don't need, like the audition isn't how can you polish glasses, but it's something that comes up all the time, and it's a little hack, little tip, little trick. It makes people feel comfortable too. A lot of times that secondary action just kind of eases you into things. What do we got? That was number 6. Number 7. Oh, did you have that on the list?
I did not. I didn't have headphones or dish rag.
But you had the rag there. Nice.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
That's laundry.
Number 7, simple one, the classic cell phone. It's just one of life's necessities, and it's in TV and film all the time for calls, or just someone's waiting for the bus and they're boop, 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 or hang on one sec. Just got a message. Oh shit, who's that? Oh no, my mom's dead. What? So all kinds of things like that, you know, good old cell phone. And it also, like you said, works as a gun too. If you hold it the right way. Freeze.
Stop.
Did you have cell phone on your list?
I did not. It's actually on a different list.
Number 8, just something simple like a bag or a purse. Ladies having a purse, handbag, maybe it's a backpack. You know, it depends if it's, again, all of this stuff is only if the scene calls for it, only if it would ever add to it. But maybe it's a scene at a cash register desk, and you're female, you take your purse off and you're looking through your change purse and you're finding the thing that you need. Just kind of gets you in it and sells you on the location as well, to place instantly too. This is one of my favorites here. This is my army backpack.
Nice.
Yeah. And what was that? That was number 8. Number 9 is a microphone.
Nice.
A microphone that has often come up. We got a bunch here at the studio. Sometimes you're giving the big speech to the press because you're a politician. Sometimes you're at the wedding and you're giving the best man speech. Sometimes you're the rock star and you're at a concert, right? Or you're you're Bruce Banner and you're doing the Bruce Buffer. What's his name? Not Bruce Banner. Bruce Buffer. Ladies and gentlemen, microphone. That's microphone is number 9.
They're essential.
And number 10, this is one of my favorites, and we got some shout outs here. Number 10 is random piece of equipment. So many things, especially in sci-fi auditions, some space auditions, or you're just like guy in a garage. And often this stuff, you got to look at what you're mostly cast in, your character. So if you're a repairman, you're a mechanic, you're a guy at a like an electronics shop. So just something simple like this is just a tripod. And again, I would just use this off the beginning of the scene. If I'm like working on this thing, it's like the scene opens like Jimmy's working in his dark, dank electronics shop, and then so-and-so approaches. I can be working on this, and then, oh yeah, what can I do to help you? You know, and this is just some random thing, or the other, this is an SD card reader. I like things with tech and wires, like just little random wires. You could just be like your dad in your garage. I'm saying space, but it can be simple things. You're the dad in the garage, or you're literally like the computer repairman, and just having these little knickknacks just to kind of sell it a little bit off the top. So that was my list. I do have a couple honorable mentions here. Music instruments, especially if you're a musician and you play a musical instrument, maybe the scene doesn't specifically call for it, but maybe it's a campfire scene and you happen to play the guitar. Maybe your moment before is the last 3 chords of a song, and maybe you also can sing. So you belt out something, and then that leads you into the scene. So whatever musician, and that's a way for you to share things and share your talents. Same things with sports equipment. If it's just general, like guys at a gym or guys at school or out on the playground or whatever, and you're a tennis player or you're a baseball player, you could have your glove, or you could have the tennis racket, or random things like that. Also, we use this one, honorable mention, little stage blood, fake blood. Again, I would never ever bring this to a live audition, but we had someone in here this week. At the beginning of the audition, they had it palmed, they had a little bit of blood, and in a fight, they ducked out of frame, came back up, and were covered in blood. Actually, it was a kind of a zombie theme thing, and it looked amazing. And I mean, kudos to him for having the creativity to do that. Another honorable mention is a stethoscope. That pretty much sells you're a doctor, even if you don't ever use it. That's kind of the classic. It's a little cliche, and some of the things are a little cliche, so I wouldn't overuse them. Also, the other thing that I love and is very simple to sell a character is a lanyard or an ID badge. Like, just go to Staples and get your own face and just random like Globotech and an ID badge number, and then put it on. So it's your face and you're the guy, and then you instantly look like a security guard or a lab tech or an engineer or a person in the press, a reporter. So that is my list, top 10 props. Now, which ones did you have that didn't land on mine? And by the way, whether you're listening or watching live, type in the comments, share what you think of our list. What did we miss? What would you add? What are your favorite go-tos? And feel free to add any of these caveats. Again, you want to be using these props properly and carefully, and not detracting from your performances. So what do you got, Brandon?
So Tina actually had one of mine, which she says, did I miss a broom? Feel like it's a classic. I did have broom on my list. I think it is one of a very important prop to have. You can play with it off the top. You can just use it. Really, I think it's a great effective prop to have. I also have a blanket or pillow, which I also think is great. You can use a blanket as a cape. You can use a blanket to cover yourself up. You can use a blanket to do several different things as well. And a pillow, I feel like that's self-explanatory. You can hit people with it. You can use it to feel comfortable. You can use it for a lot of things as well. Pen or pencil. It's important to have a pen or pencil. I know sometimes I feel a lot better if I'm just holding a pen or pencil in my hand, just because it makes me feel more grounded and in the scene.
I'll throw one in with pencil too, notepad too. A lot of times cops, waiters, waitresses, they always have these too. So these are a good one. Kind of goes along with clipboard and pens.
Oh, so garbage can. I've used that as a basketball hoop. I have used it at the beginning of a scene. Someone's coming in, they're cleaning up garbage. They're just picking up stuff. It's great. Garbage can. It also is great as a tool as well if you want to prop up something, or like prop up your laptop or prop up your phone. That's also an important tool to have as well. And then I also have books. A book, preferably something with a plain cover, so that it doesn't, again, distract from what you're doing. Just like a plain black book. A Bible works as well if it doesn't say Bible on it.
And if it is something specific, I also like using something specific, but it's got to fit to the character and not take away. So if you're just throwing something funny up there that's random, is going to take their attention away. But if it's something that the character would be reading and totally makes sense, or is the actual book, or sometimes a little Easter eggy thing that's kind of like wink, wink. This is a smart actor. He's connected. But again, you got to be smart about some of this stuff and not overuse it. And we should also say too, you can do amazing auditions with zero props, and a lot of people would tell you to do so as well. So it's depending, and also depending on your frame. In medium close framing, most of this you're not gonna be seeing props. Even if I'm doing stuff out of frame, you would never see it. So for the purpose of audition, you don't need to. But
and I'm not sure if we've actually talked about this yet or not. There's a tool that Lars and I like to use, which is called the invisible countertop. It was taught to us by a teacher by the name of Lynn Cormack. She does a Nailing the Small Roles class, which I think is almost essential as a working actor. I think she's a fantastic teacher. But what she talks about is the invisible countertop. So we see the frame I have right here. It is a medium close. If I'm going to reach for something, I'm still actively reaching for something. You're not seeing my hand. You're not seeing what I'm grabbing, but you're still seeing that I'm doing something. You still see that I'm trying to do something that's going on here. I'm moving all around.
Right.
But it's a suspension of disbelief that we don't see what's going on that makes it believable. Sorry, you were saying, Lars? I
was going to say that whole, like, the cafe staff person, waiter, waitress, all of that wouldn't need any props. It's like it's just literally doing what I'm doing right now, just as I'm wiping the counter, right? Like that. That all sells it. And better to do, if you're going to mime stuff, mime it out of frame. It's if I'm up here and I'm doing this, that's kind of like, what the fuck is even happening here? It can be jarring or just weird. So, but mime stuff out of frame is great.